Hello YouTube and welcome back to World of Warships with Wadres, and today's video I am going to be reviewing or starting my review line for the currently early access French destroyers. And this video is going to be starting off with the tier 5 French destroyer, the Jaguar. And well, let's just say that the two matches you see here are going to be pretty distinct polar opposites, if I dare say so, regarding what she ends up being capable of. And yeah, you are going to see me doing a couple of things, at least at the start of this match, just as I'm getting the feel for the guns, her maneuverability, and so on. And that's because this was my first match in her. And I will also make note of the fact that I went into this match without remembering to actually put any of the upgrade modules, any of the actual research modules on, and this is only a 3-point captain and no premium consumables. This is as stock as you can get this ship to be. So, and on top of that, I got dumped into a tier 7 match, so I am very much bottom tier, and it's gonna hurt, especially when you see what I end up directly facing in just a couple of minutes here. To not put too fine a point on it, the match does not go very well for me. And you'll understand why, again, just as soon as you see the ship that I end up basically steaming kind of right into the jaws of. Now, yeah, I'm going to admit there are some things that I probably could have done differently to not end up in the situation that I did, but at the same time, I don't think there's anything I could have done that would have made this work out any more in my favor either. At least not that I can think of offhand, considering the ship that I'm running, and the fact that I don't have smoke to cover any exit that I attempt to make. Basically, any push that I try to make or anything like that, I'm literally stuck as I am. And please forgive any noise in the background. I have a kitten who is wanting out of the adjacent room, who is not allowed out of the adjacent room right at the moment due to a couple of minor litter box training issues. And just, yeah, if it comes across the microphone, I do apologize very profusely. Not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do about it. And, yep, there's my problem right there. Enemy Flint. Yeah, that there's really not much I would have been able to do to get out of this one to begin with, short of just kind of trying to turn tail and run. But even then, my chances of actually getting away were slim at best. And, well, it's just going to end up in me really not lasting very long here. In fact, I really don't last very long at all once I have a Flint staring me down. Most destroyers don't, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, there you have it. So that was me being severely up-tiered on my first battle in a 100% perfectly stocked Jaguar with nothing going for it at all whatsoever. And I'm sorry to say it, I don't think any amount of captain's skills or upgrades would have saved me from that one either. Let's see, 6,500 damage done overall for the match. Very lousy, only 21 main battery hits, 1 fire, 3 spottings, 31,000 credits earned gross for the match, 849 EXP. Second on the team in regards to actual base earnings, and that's second from last with 202 base EXP. And yeah, it's just Flint. that there was no way I would have been able to get out of that one once that ship actually popped up. 237 potential damage tanked still, but when I absorb literally my entire hull's worth of damage plus the potential damage, well, that really doesn't constitute much as far as really getting it anywhere in the match overall. And, well, understandably so. It was just lousy all around. Even the amount of damage that I actually did to enemy ships was just lousy, just because I kept having to change targets, and that flint kind of became a priority as soon as I realized that's what I was facing down also. Oh boy, was that a bad match. Still managed to come away with the profit though. 23,213 credits earned net for the match, which I suppose, considering how bad this match was, is at least somewhat respectable. Commander even came away with 1,100 EXP, but obviously this probably could have been much, much, much better to not put too fine a point on it. If I had known that flint was going to pop up where it did, I would have gone pretty much any other direction than the way I did, just to make sure that I did not run into it. But the second match, however, is a much better showcase of what this destroyer is capable of. And this is one of the... We've actually gone to the other end of the spectrum, where now I am top tier as a tier 5 destroyer. Bottom tier is tier 4. There's a Clemson and I think a tier 4 cruiser in there also. And, well, the odds are just much, much more in my favor. There's also a Hosho, which I believe is the tier 4 Japanese aircraft carrier. So very, very much better environment for me to be existing in this match. And it's going to work out very much in my favor relative to my previous match. Now, first things first, we do have enemy aircraft coming in, and one of the things you're actually going to be seeing is me kind of arguing with my AA guns just a little bit, trying to get them shut off, sectored, and whatnot, to just basically get myself situated for when the aircraft are at my air detect range, so that I can turn my AA guns on and at least try to not incur too much of the aircraft carrier's wrath. Unfortunately, it is a mid-tier destroyer, and it's really not boasting much as far as any real AA firepower, and I'm gonna pay for it a little bit with the aircraft just kind of continually circling overhead. Now, that also comes back to the fact that this ship has no smoke consumable or anything like that, so even if I wanted to, there is nothing I could do to hide from the aircraft carrier or its aircraft. So I literally, once I realized that it's just kind of going to keep circling me, I just say, you know what, going to leave my AA on. It's just going to circle around inside of my air detect range anyway, so it's not like I'm losing anything. On top of the fact that as soon as I open up fire with my guns, there's really no point in keeping my concealment anyway. So, just trying to do what I can to the enemy Mitsuki here. And these 130s definitely do pack a nice solid punch, I will give them that. Their reload could definitely be a little bit better, and, well, I mean, it's still workable. Also, this match, I would also like to make a point of mentioning the fact that for this match, I did remember to actually equip the research upgrades as well as the general ship upgrades, and I even transferred in my Laterable Commander with 15 skill points. So this is a much, much better show of what this ship is capable of under reasonable circumstances than the prior match ever could have hoped to be. And, well, I am still, I'm also showing that I am very aware of where I need to be changing and focusing my attention as far as my targeting here. Because once the Clemson had the Mitsuki off of detection, I needed to retask. I wasn't just going to drop torpedoes into smoke blind, because personally I don't think that really does much, especially in co-op matches where everything could very feasibly start moving on me again. And, well, once the enemy battleship is destroyed, it's really just kind of trying to do what I can to literally anything else, as the match kind of just finishes ticking away. And I've also gotten myself into a nice position relatively quickly due to the nice speed boost of the Jaguar. And overall, I think she's a nice, solid little Tier 5 little destroyer. 67,500 damage for my overall damage outcome. 151,500 credits earned. 3,500 EXP, 1,100 free EXP. So yeah, I also went and applied some of my actual modifier flags here to also try and get a little progress on a couple of the current French Destroyer missions. And overall, just really did substantially better. I mean, I pulled out like 11 times more damage in this match than I did in the previous match where I was bottom tier. So, pretty stark contrast to where I was in the previous match. I also had a base income of 403 experience points, which is almost twice that of my up tier match. So, again, a substantial bonus, and of course, because this was top tier, it just helped me to excel that much better, even with an enemy aircraft carrier on the field that was very intent on basically just kind of hovering over me while it was there. Much, much, much better than the previous match. The damage numbers, again, substantially better. 24,000 damage done just by my main battery. Only 230 of that done by armor-piercing shells, and I think that was a pot shot that I tried taking at the battleship before my torpedoes finished it off. And the rest was done by high explosive. 43,000 damage done by torpedoes, and about 2,000 points worth of damage to enemy aircraft. I also managed to tank 151,000 points worth of potential damage, which was conversely almost the same as what I actually did over the course of the entire match. Almost the same as my credit earnings for the match. And I also actually absorbed roughly 7,700 damage as far as actual damage received. As far as net income, that was 142,713 credits net income for the match, so that was my actual take-home. And my commander earned 9,695 EXP. And again, yes, I was running premium flags, premium earning flags for this match. Just curious to see if anything would work out better for me, and oh boy, did it. Anyway, that is the Jaguar. I hope you all enjoyed this match. If you like what you've seen here, please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I hope that gives you some reasonable understanding of how the Jaguar performs as a whole. Anyway, I shall go ahead and let you all go, and I will catch you all again next time. Wish you all happy hunting, and stay safe out there, folks.